models, the ultimate hobby. This is the building of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to create a beautiful centerpiece, to seek out new builders and young model makers, to boldly go where no model has gone before.
Welcome everyone to the Model Frontier. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a second of any of my great content. So here we are once again on the bridge of the Enterprise, and this is an issue of finishings, in a way. What I mean is, in this issue, we are going to actually make our last major panel for the saucer section. Actually, by the end of this issue, well, the whole outer circle of the saucer is going to be finished. Almost. You'll see what I mean when I get to that. But we're also going to say hello to the second part of an old friend that we haven't seen since, oh god, issue 1, I believe? So it's going to be we got a lot to do today and a lot of fun stuff to do. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Engage. So here we are with the start of stage 107, and obviously we've got a panel here. Inside on this panel we've put in our 12 clear windows and 14 dark windows. Naturally we've done our light bleed blocks. So the next step we have is we're going to put on, just like we've done before, a couple of reflectors. They're going to fit into right here. And then just like we've been doing as of late with these, we are going to secure them down just in these top 3 holes with the AP screws. Now that we got that done, we're going to put this off to the side and get out our 2 wires here. Now, I did have a double take with this one because, you know, they are giving you that prong with 2 missing, so I thought something was wrong, but looking at the instructions, this is what they want. So now we're going to go grab our saucer section, and we're going to get these lights installed. So the first thing we want to do with this is we have this bulb that's not connected to anything right now. And we want to feed it through so that's going So we want to fed through so it's going under this. So under this one. A pair of tweezers would help. Actually, you probably want to feed it through starting back here so that you don't end up with the wire sticking up. So it's going to be like that. Then next we're going to feed our wires through and plug them into the board. So we're going to start with the single spare bulb. Actually, let's start with the double set, because these are both going to come out right to here. So we're going to kind of want to feed this through to the back. Then we're going to plug it into an empty port. Then we take our single here, we're going to feed it through the same side. Same way. Then we're going to plug that into the board. And it should come over into this part right here. Now you want to do a quick check to make sure they all light up. They all do, so we can continue. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some lights into this tab. Now, it wants all three of these ones in here. If I'm looking at it right, this one's going to go into this port here. Followed by this one to go in here. And then, of course, these are all going to get held down with some more AP screws, so it might be a good idea to do one and then do the other. So now for the part we all love, where we got to sandwich these two pieces together. Now, there's supposed to be two lights that go in here, but I seem to be missing one of them. So I am just going to have to forego that light. Like always, this has got to be a royal pain in the neck. Bend these down. Fortunately, as you can obviously tell, this will be the last time we have to do this part. Once we get that in there, as always, we're going to slide this into position. Like that. And then we're going to hold it in place with 3 of the FM screws. And with that done, if you turn the lights on, it'll be hard to see, but they should all light up nicely. Yeah, we got them lit up. So that... Now there is a part that deals with the nacelle for this stage, but we're going to save that for later. So for now, that is it for stage 107. So as you can imagine, stage 108 is going to begin with, we're going to continue working on the saucer section. So we got this panel here, which we put in our 10 life pod covers. And then we put our blocker on here and secured that down with a pair of the HM screws. And then we put on this piece with this longer section facing to the right and secured it down with some IM screws. And as you've guessed, we're going to go ahead and put this onto our saucer section now. So just like always, we're working right into this section here. And as always, it's just a matter of lining it up. And we're going to squish it into place. So you hear it snap in. And then it gets secured with a pair of FM screws. There we go. And naturally, once you get that screwed into place, we're going to cover this with an escape pod cover there. Just like that. And then the instructions say to move on and do some more work on the nacelle, which in the video I'm going to do, but just know that I'm doing it the way I've told you guys to do it for a while. I'm going to continue work on the saucer section. Do whichever way you want to do. If you want to jump ahead and do the next part of the saucer, you can use the chapter selection to do that. If you want to do this in order, stay watching and we'll do the nacelle together. So here we are with stage 108. I know this was shown in the last stage, but here it is. Here's an old friend we haven't seen since, God, our second pack. And I've sure gotten a lot better at things with this, because instead of using the reflective tape like I did in the first nacelle, I've just painted this with a reflective coating here. That's going to help your light really reflect better. So the step I skipped in the last stage was basically you're taking the formation light and we're going to put it into this section. And the reason I wanted to hold off on that is because we're about to seal this in so that it stays in place. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this to the side. So for this part, we're going to need this piece. We're going to need the orange piece. And we're going to need this section here. Now this orange section is going to go on to here. Just like that. And then this piece, just like before, will go in here. And everything should get held down. You can tell what way it goes because there are very slight divots right here, which are going to line up with the screw holes here. So you're going to slide this. There's grooves here, and there's grooves in here. You're just going to slide that in so that it lays flush. And then we're going to cover it with this piece. And then we're going to secure that down with 3 BM screws. Just like that. Now that we got that, we're going to bring over the main part of our nacelle. And we're going to line it up with the holes here. And again, we're going to slide this. We're going to slide this into here like that. And then we've got to put in 9 AM screws. You got 4 per side and then 1 in the middle. And this is why I said we would put the light in at this stage, because that's going to hold it into place. And then with that last one in place, that's all on the nacelle, and that is it for stage 108. So here at the start of stage 109, we have this panel, which is actually going to be the final deck panel of the entire build. So take a look. This is it, guys. This is the end of the deck panels we've got to put in. And so with this, we've put in our 7 escape pod covers. And we've put our light blocker on with a pair of AM screws. And now there's only one thing left to do. That's right, we're going to attach it to our saucer section. So I'm going to have to move this bit of taped part here. Just like before, we're going to fit this. Into position. Squeeze it into place. And then it gets held here with an FM screw and here with a pair of DP screws. So I would recommend doing the DP ones first. That'll make your FM one very easy to get in. Alright, and with our final deck panel in place, the last thing we're going to do is we're covering it with, you guessed it, escape pod cover. And that is our final panel. Now, we're technically done with the saucer now, so we can go put this aside and we can go grab our nacelle and do some work on it. So for this part of stage 109, we're back to the nacelle, and we're going to have our light strip that we have to work with. Now you're gonna want the double-ended wires to be on this side along with this part. And your power supply and blue wire are gonna go out to the front here. And what we want to do is we're going to feed these through. So we're going to feed these wires through to the back. We want to get these wires fed through here. Make sure that we're not going to cross anything here. And then we're going to put this into place with 3 CP screws. And in this part where there's a double, you're going to put it into the one closest to the front. Now that we got those in place, what we want to do is in the back here, we're going to take either one of these, doesn't matter which. You want to pull it back through a bit here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the light bulb, we're gonna bend it down and put it into position here. It's a tight fit, but you can do it. Just like that. Next, we're being asked to take this back piece we're going to move this wire out of the way and we're going to put it where it's got to go. And actually this wire they want going up, so we're going to take this wire out of here completely. This one they actually want sticking out. Now we'll put this into place where it's gonna go, and that's gonna get held down with a pair of AP screws. Next, you got this clear piece with a white diffuser disc. What you're going to do is you're going to feed that into there just like that. And then that's going to sit right in here. And you shouldn't need to worry about it being held in because it should hold itself in pretty good. And once that's done, that is it for stage 109. So this final stage, stage 110, is going to first start off by putting in this part of the nacelle. It's going on this side. Just like that. It is a bit of a tighter fit than I remember the last time, but with a little wiggling and a little pushing and prodding, you'll get it in there. And then it gets held in place with 4 AP screws. Just like that. Now next we got some reflector panels to do. This one, of course, is pretty easy. You just gotta feed this in the direction it goes in. It's gonna sort of snap into place there. These ones, you got a bigger one and a smaller one. You're gonna put the smaller one, of course, inside the bigger. And then you're gonna take some clear tape, and they want you to put it across the middle part, nice and tightly, to help with light diffusion. And then just like we did in our first nacelle, we're going to feed this into here. And this is just going to sit right in here. Tight squeeze, but you can get it in. Might actually have to put this in first. So just like that. And with that, we're done with the nacelle for now. So now we can go get the last big piece of this build, of this pack, which is a part to our saucer section. So go ahead and grab that, and I'll meet you back here. So this part of stage 110 is the docking panel, and this is a pretty big piece, but we're not doing a lot to it. You're going to put in your 2 clear and 2 dark windows on this into this part, just like this. And then you're going to put your reflector pieces in with a pair of the AM screws. And technically that's it for this stage. And that's it for this pack. But I'm not going to leave it there for you guys. We're going to do something. So you know I can't resist doing this with you guys. So here's our entire saucer section. And this piece is going to eventually go in there. So once you get that into place, you can see all that's left in the saucer, once we get that in, is this section here, which is going to house our battery packs, our power supply, and whatever this is going to attach to. But other than that, that's something to look forward to in our next pack. Take a look and drink it in. So that's it for this episode of the Model Frontier. As I said, you see what I'm talking about when I say we're getting close to the end here? Well, that's pretty much it. We got another nacelle started, and we can sort of start seeing where the saucer section is going to start coming together. Obviously, we got only 3 more issues left to go on this, and then we're done. So make sure you're going to my community tab if you haven't yet, and vote for the next model you want me to do, because, you know, this channel lives or dies with you guys. So I want to do what you guys want me to do. So, like I said, go down to the community tab, pick the next model, and I will see you next time on the Model Frontier.